himself, Dr. Michael Savage. Dr. Podcast. Did J.D. Vance win over some undecided voters last night? That is the real question. Joining me now is the host of the Savage Nation podcast, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Dr. Michael Savage. Dr. Michael Savage, are you kidding me? Honored to have you on my show, brother.
We met at Mar-a-Lago, and I'm so glad to finally be here with you as the host. It's beautiful to see you. You look great. I wish I was in such good shape.
Well, I try. My wife feeds me good, and I take really good supplements. Dr. Michael Savage, tell me, what were your thoughts on last night? Do you think it swayed some independent voters? Do you think it was pretty blatant that J.D. Vance knocked it out of the park and Tim Walz looked flustered and was all over the place?
You asked the most important question, which is, look, the sides are drawn very clearly, the Trump side and the other side, the Kamala side. And, no one's going to change their vote based upon a vice presidential debate, in my opinion. It's the swing voters, that sliver. How many of them were even watching the vice presidential debate? Did they care one way or the other? I don't know. But what's important to note is that today was a disaster for Kamala Harris, which has come out about the first man or the first husband, all that stuff about him slapping his girlfriend. This is going to blow out of proportion. I mean, they've been trying to nail Trump to a cross with a payment to a woman that he allegedly had an affair with. Well, what about the story that came out this afternoon? I read it on Breitbart, which was on the Daily Mail. For whatever it's worth, $80,000 payment to the first girl from the first husband or whatever to shut her up, to dummy her up her mouth. If that ever comes out, if they could find that woman, I know from the reporters, by the way, David, I heard it this afternoon, they're searching for that woman. Her friends have come forward. She hasn't come forward. If they can find her, this can bring that entire side of the equation down, because they can't get away with this. If they were attacking Trump for years on this Stormy Daniels thing and the payment, well, we find out if it's true that the first gentleman made an $80,000 payoff and didn't really talk about it. That's the end of the road. And he's supposed to be this new image of masculinity. And now it turns out, if it's true that he slapped this girl in the face, as I said on my Twitter feed this morning, David, well, it's good to know that he is a gentle man. He's